I didn't know he had a girlfriend. So mi nilikuwa nimejikufisha yangu yote, nilibaki nyumbani nikifikiria. Huyu mtu ananidanganya about something big like this. Angeniambia mapema I could understand. But sasa imefika hapa, what shall I do?
We talked to the other person and I told her that Hello everybody. I just want to take this opportunity to first thank God for an opportunity for us to share our love story. And my name is Pastor Steve from Fortress Assembly Moyoko. And I'm a father of two beautiful daughters, Princess Atara and Princess Avila. And I'm so grateful for this opportunity. I know today our story is going to inspire someone. It's going also to liberate a marriage somewhere. And I know you're going to be blessed because of our beautiful love story.
Yes, my name is Gladwell, Gladwell McKenna, and I'm also born again. And I thank God for this opportunity to come here and speak to someone out there, or to speak to a marriage out there. Maybe our story will help someone out there. So, as my husband has said, we are happy to be here, and we are blessed with two children, Princess Atara and Princess Havila. Get inspired.
And this is our love story. Yeah, our love, when we talk about love stories, we must first of all go back to where it all started. And I really, wakati tulikutana naye, it's a funny story to date. I still remember, because we met kwa band. We were doing music together, right?
Yeah.
Unaweza kumbuka. So we were doing music together, and there's this one day that someone invited me to a band, and it was in Kangemi. I remember it was in Kangemi. Tulikutana, someone was having a band na akani invite. So venye alini invite, nikaenda pale Kangemi, nakumbuka it was in a church setup. I used to do vocals, I used to sing. So akaniambia, can you come to a band na uone venye band yetu inakaa? So after going there, I remember that day kuna wimbo ambao tulikuwa tunafanya. It was a certain song done by Kanji. So wewe ndiwe.
Yes.
So walikuwa natafuta mtu anaweza fanya voice ya Kanji, the Kanji verse, and na mwenye atafanya Edith Mora verse. I remember very well. So Chali akaniambia, can you try the Kanji part? So nikamwambia, I can try, let me try the Kanji part. So I went through the Kanji verse, and after going through the Kanji verse, I remember you're the one. There was another lady mwenye aliulizwa, but the director aka insist that wewe ufanye the edit part. Wow, it was amazing. Because the way ulishika tu mic the first time ulianza kusing, nikaona wow, madam akikuwa ananiimbia hivi kwa nyumba sinaweza kwa vizuri sana. So I was like, wow, I can't let this opportunity like pass. Lakini that feeling the first feeling that I had was, this can be a very good lady, but now there are a lot of things to consider, not only that, just singing. But I really liked you from that moment. Kuna hiyo first thing that attracts you to someone, and when I saw you I was like, wow, can I try something hapa? But nikasema, since anaimba, can I watch and try, since it's my first time tena singekuja, being a Christian setup, huwezi kuja mara ya kwanza ikuwe mission ikuwa what you are called for. Umekuja for something else. So I was like, wacha baada ya hii I'll make sure at least nimsalamia, I start something na kitu yanze ku flow. But unfortunately, I guess after that, I was not able to see you again, because I remember tulifanya hiyo verse that night ikaisha, but I was not able to see you again, na tukawachana. So we were waiting for the next rehearsal. Yeah, that's how we met. We met in a band. It was called a Myriad Band. Yeah, that's how we met.
For me, I was just a small girl who's there, newly born again, but passionate with singing. And our vision bearer, because he was our friend, he invited me to the band and I joined. So when I saw him, nothing struck actually, but I was like, okay, the moment we were singing that song and doing the verses together, I was like, wow, there's something in me, but let me not just acha nicheze chini so that I cannot nionekane mimi nimekuja hapa na plans. So I just kept quiet and said, see, we are just singing. And he was very hot that time. Yeah. So I was like, let me just...
Still hot.
Okay, yes, you're also hot, baby. But that time I was like, maybe mi nimekuja tu sahi and maybe wasichana wengi wako. So I just kept quiet and continued. And as he said, after that, we went silent on each other. I didn't have his number, he didn't have my number. We were just band members. So I just kept it to myself and waited for God to do something, maybe, if we were meant to be.
It happened, yeah. So after we splitted, we were supposed to have a rehearsal the next week, but now the rehearsal didn't happen. Next week, but nothing happened. So it's like, hiyo time tulikutana, we met. That it was the only time. Because I remember our next rehearsal didn't happen. Like the whole of that month, nothing happened. In fact, ilienda hivyo almost a year. Because after hapo kila mtu alienda njia yake for almost a year. So after that, I was like, madam alienda wapi? Because I didn't get a number after hiyo nini. So I was like, madam tampata wapi? So I had to talk with the director, now the director of the whole band and everything. So nikamwambia, no, like, there's this madam alienda wapi? Tunaweza mpata aje? So after some months akaniambia, because I remember, I guess that time I was still seeing someone else, but there's something just attracted me to her so much, and I felt he kuna connection special. Okay, that's a story for maybe another time. We're going to tackle it later. But I felt there's something. So I was like, madam alienda wapi? So after that, I guess ulienda was it Meru or something?
Yes.
Because it was alipotea tu akaenda Meru after that first encounter. But I was like, madam tampata wapi? So after I guess a year or some few months, 7 months, ndo tukakutana tena. The band sijui ilikuwa ime split. Yes. Then it resurrect tena. So the guy called me, where are you? We are supposed to meet. Ndo tuendelee with what we wanted to do. So I was like, it's okay. When niambie, na ule madam uliweza kumpata? Is she part of the band? Akaniambia, yes, she's part of it. Like hata ndo hii number. So when I got the number, nikaanza kumtext. Where are you? Unaendelea aje? In fact, I had to look for her because nilijua I'm a lawyer. Na nikajua being a lawyer na Meru itakuwa issue. So nikajua huyu naenda mpatia dawa yake. So I had a friend who was a Meru. Nikajua huyu nitaenda mahali Meru wako so that nimwambie mimi ni Meru. So that at once a conversation. Because the last time when nilimwona, she was a bit strict, and nikaona maybe pia stories that tribe being sisi watu wa hii pande ingine inakuaga issue sana sana kwanza kuongea mambo za real. So nikaona the only way kumuingiza, maybe we talk about, let me show him that najua. Nikamwambia kuhusu Chogoria Boys, nikamwambia sijui nini, I've been there. Akumbe hata jiko yenye mapenzi. So I was like, nikatafuta a friend of mine, he was called Isaac Muiti. Is a good friend of mine. So nikamwambia Aizo, huyu madam lazima ajue mimi ni wa Meru. Unaweza andika niambie kitu kwa Kimeru nimwandikie nimtumie. So nikaandika kitu, sio ilikuwa salamu or something.
Yeah.
So nikamwandikia kitu na Kimeru nikamtumia. Nikamwandikia kitu kingine tena nikamtumia. So akaanza kuwa interested na hii story. I guess ulianza kuwa interested na hii story. Ukaanza kufikiria ni kama kweli huyu ni Meru mwenzetu. so naye akaanza kutalk back nini, so ikaanza kuflow. Ndio nikamwambia sasa niko busy, because nilianza kuona hii kitu imeanza kuflow. Nikaona unajua ni vizuri unapatia mtu kidogo, so nikajua she'll be really interested to meet me now, because sasa naona we can talk, because after that we texted so much baada hiyo moment, because sasa alianza get interested na huyu mtu so ni wetu, ni wa tribe yetu and all that. So hapo ndo chemistry ikaanza kugrow, tukaanza kubonga, tukianza kuingia depth. Lakini before Sunny meet, so hapo ndo things that now started, because alinikumbuka yes Steve from there, I remember you, so tukundigena hizo vibe zote za Kimeru. So I guess vile alijua mimi ni Meru, akaanza ku open up.
As for me, I wasn't in another relationship, but I was coming out of it, because as I came to Kangemi now, because we shifted from town, I came to Kangemi now where the band is. We shifted to that place. Then now, when I pick up from the place where he started texting me, so I got interested with him, and I said, not because he was a Meru, but the Meru, him speaking to me, the Kimeru, made me at least feel free with him a bit. And I said, maybe he can be a friend. And again, this is someone who I was much expecting a lot from him. So I got interested, and we started chatting, talking, to a point where we met. We were meeting to restaurants. He was calling me, came out from job, tuna meet jioni. Then we went for a while. Then him having a girlfriend, I didn't know he had a girlfriend. So mi nilikuwa nimejikufisha yangu yote, nilikuwa nimeanguka yangu yote. So I knew this was becoming something to marriage. Then again I find out that akona msichana, but the lady was in Nakuru at that point. Was it in Nakuru, baby?
She had traveled to
she was a Congo, but she went to Nakuru, and she was coming back to Nairobi now. Now that's when I get to know. I was like, what are you talking about? A girlfriend now? What are you saying? So I got so discouraged, and I was like, no, you can't go. I remember one day he came to our house and he told me, today that girl is coming to Nairobi, and I'm supposed to meet her and tell her about us. Nikaona, this man, when I let him go and meet that lady, everything will go. So I told him, no, don't meet her, because when you meet her, something bad will come up, because the girl is coming knowing that anakuja kwa boyfriend, then something, nasa hajui anything. So I was like, no, don't go and meet her, don't go and meet her. So tukachana, I remained home, na ya kaenda, and he told me it's okay. I kept nilibaki nyumbani nikifikiria, huyu mtu ananidanganya about something big like this. Hakuniambia alikuwa na girlfriend. I actually thought that angeniambia mapema I could understand. But sasa imefika hapa, what shall I do? My heart is so much falling into him, and I can't go back. So I was like, let just things flow. But I was mad. I was very mad. Actually, I cried my heart out. And me, I'm a person who I have to cry so that everything is okay. Nisibebe vitu kwa roho. So actually, we continued, but I was playing hard to get again, because I said that lazima this time akuje anikatie proper with all the truths. So hapo ndio nika draw my lines and told him, now tell me, what else are you hiding from me? But one thing I liked about him is that he was so true with everything else, his life, his family, but this one thing. So it got me, love yangu kidogo ilikuwa shaken, and my trust to him pia ilikuwa shaken, because I was like, if he can lie to me something like this, then I have to draw back and wait. Yes.
It was was crazy because the ex that time, my ex, tulikuwa tumedate for long. Everyone knew, like all my friends knew I'm going to marry her. And we had really promised each other a lot of things. We had a lot of everyone, even the parents that were staying with that girl that time, they knew that our they're ending together, as in our tawana, because we are so close. Because she came in my life, and unaona ule mtu anakuja in your life and you're like everything stops. Sati I was in, mimi nilikuwa na maisha yangu inaendelea, like I knew me, I'm going to end up with this person, but mse amekuja and then everything else stops. Hiyo story ya love nini ulikuwa unasikia kuhusu mtu comes and stop genuinely. Si ati ni ati you just like that, and you're feeling like now this is the direction that I'm supposed to be. So it was also, I was battling with everything. You can imagine now, I want to be truthful. I'm a born again. I want to be truthful to her, and also sijui nitaexplainia huyu mwingine now what has happened. We used to be together, I guess. We had plans, because alikuwa ameniambia nenda Nakuru to stay because kwa auntie kwa her aunt for some time. So a period too, and then everything has changed. So ilikuwa ni confusion kwangu. It was a hard time for me, but now I feel huyu ndo na feel ndo the right person. I siko nime feel whatever wakati nilimit. So it took after your time, because I remember it really took me a lot of time now to make now decision, because tena niliingia place nikaanza kuwa kama niko confused, because now nashindwa ndio explain aje. How are you going to explain all this? So but eventually uzuri, now the ex came from Nakuru. After coming from Nakuru, immediately she went to Burundi to stay in Burundi. So venye alikuja akakuja akakaa kidogo, she had to travel back to Burundi because wazazi wake walikuwa wanakaa Burundi, so lazima angeenda kuona wazazi. Na venye nilijua venye baada ya kuona Burundi, alikuwa amesema niende Burundi, anaenda Burundi na nimuende Burundi. Ama niende nimchukue Burundi, ama aliambia she'll go and come back. So nikajua now if these things na fall even in place, because now kitu na feel ni so strong, na singependa kumhurt. I'm that person that I really don't want, siwezi penda kuona mtu akihurt in any way. I can't. It's not even fair. So when I travel kwenda Burundi, nikaona now whatever I was feeling, because I really felt strong, because when nilikutana nilifeel there is a destiny between us and her. And now my question to God was like, God, how is it itaenda kuhappen aje softly that I'm not going to hurt the other person? Because I feel that in as much as nilikuwa nimemake the decision, I feel this now it is sure decision for me. We talked to the other person, and I told her that I'm in love with someone else, and it really brought a lot of emotion and all that. And since it was genuine whatever we had, but I told her, but this is the direction that I'm feeling I should go, and I release you as you release me as well. You just go enjoy your life. And she's now married. She's now married, happily married as well, and we are friends. And she accepted everything, and we moved on, all of us. Yeah. But we talked about it and we resolved everything.
Yeah. Dating. We met in 2014. Back, as we explained earlier in the band, and we dated for 1 year, almost 2 years, because the better part of 2015 we started the introduction. I went to his place in Kakamega, the introduction part, and we were set to get married in end of 2015, November there. So we are planning our wedding very well. Then comes the October. In October, that's where the downs came. down in a way of my parents now. I think my father was like, I'm not releasing this baby of mine because I'm actually a last born. And he was like, first, my baby, you have to go and for a degree course before you get married. And I was like, what, Dad? What is it? What is happening? I got so mad, but because he's still your father, you have to behave. So because he was in Meru and I was in Nairobi, I was like, now, I was living with my brother and sister, and my brother and sister were actually against us also. So me, I was on my own. It was only me and him for this. Everybody else is like, in my area is like, no. You are still small. I was actually in 23 years. Yes. So my sister, nakumbuka tukigombana na my brother and my sister, and I was like, you people, you're not telling me anything. I have to move on. This is my life. So we dated and we went into prayers. I remember I told my husband that we have to go into prayers about this because this is not natural and this is not something that we have planned for. Let's go to prayers. And we talked to our pastor. My pastor was like, no, we can't move on without your parents. We were like, let's continue. Hakuna haja ya wazazi. Then he told us, no, let's stop this. I felt my world came to an end because I was like, I'm supposed to be a wife to someone. Then our pastor told us, no, parents are important, their blessings are very important. So what we will do, we will postpone it with 1 year. I got so mad, but I said it's okay. So it was postponed. We decided to keep quiet. We decided to keep quiet and told God, we are leaving all this to you. Then come the year 2016, the beginning, my father calls me and tells me, when are you coming for the introduction? I was like, we didn't even have a conversation about this, but I remembered we prayed. He just called me from nowhere and asked me, when are you coming for the introduction? I said, later, we are going to plan. Then I told my husband, my boyfriend then, and he told me, now this is God's time. Mm-hmm. So the year 2016 was a blessed year for us because we started the introductions and the Rora shows. We did all that, and we got married on November 19th of the same 2016. Wow. So that was our dating and our wedding. That is how it was up to there.
When the father said that I don't think that you're ready for marriage, me, I was like, I suspected that maybe the father didn't want her daughter to get married to a lawyer. That's what came to my mind, because I know they believe there's something that kuna hiyo notion ya huyu mtu wa hii tribe na nini na maybe culture and all that. So I felt, and also because of my background, I guess maybe my background, where I was coming from, because I remember even before her accepting me, because I just told her the truth. I told her where I'm coming from a very humble background. I used to live in ghetto. They were well up. Compared, hizo lives ilikuwa so different. So I was like, now, because nakumbuka nikimleta paka mali niko naishi Shanti Kangemi, in a ghetto somewhere in Kangemi, and I was like, now, will she accept me? Will she accept me? Because I was like, utani accept the way I am, where I'm coming from. So I felt, after her accepting me, I knew it's going to be a challenge for the parents to accept me, because a lot of people are so materialistic, and also you want a better life for your child, you know, because the father had really invested on her a lot in terms of academics, nini. So I knew the first thing the father will do will atataka the best for the daughter, and maybe akitumia current situation anawezaona this is not the right person, this is not the man, this is not maybe you know, you can use the physical eyes and you're like, no, huyu aja grow to that nini. So I knew, because when he told me the father had refused, I knew hiyo inaweza kuwa issue. So I was like, wow, maybe this is the issue. So we just prayed. I remember telling her, let's just pray. If it is meant to be, they're going to accept us. Kama hata itakuwa ni ngumu, we just can't do anything. But I believe prayers works, because I was so genuine and she was also genuine. I remember she pulled me from, there's a lot that she has done in my life to pull me from where I was, because I really needed a lot of work, because the environment that I used to live and everything. So nika understand, nikaona hiyo kitu pia inaweza affect also the family to accept me at that moment. So I felt, let us give it time, let us pray about it, because prayer answers everything. Yes. It answers everything.
I remember we were at a friend's place, our director in the band. We were meeting there for our practices at some point. So we were there at his home with the wife and with a friend of mine. And we were just talking, having fun. Then they came, my husband and the director and another friend of theirs. They came and joined us. We continued talking and having fun. Then I remember we started this conversation of getting married. Sasa wazazi, imefikia wapi, all those stuffs. And then I remember my husband told me that I'd like to get married to you as fast as possible, because I don't want to get to kaya ni kama having a long relationship that will lead nowhere. Then, you know, this long relationship thing can make you get tempted with each other, anze kukaa pamoja even before getting married. So mimi, where I'm from, in the church I'm from, we advocate for date shortly and get married. I'm like, unaniambia? What are you telling me? Marriage aligonga kwa akili yangu. I was, let's date. I was enjoying and comfortable. But this marriage thing, it took me to another level. It struck my mindset and my thoughts. I was like, wow, but am I too small for this? Those are the questions I ask myself. I don't even ask anybody. Am I not too small? Will my father accept? And I think the Holy Spirit in me was telling me, no, just continue. You're moving on swiftly, just continue. And I just said, let everything flow. That was even before we talked to Dad. And I was like, will Dad accept this? I was very sure. You know, my dad is an officer. So us, hakuna siku tulikaa chini na baba yangu, tukakuwa na conversation ya dating. You know, these officers, they are like military things. Those when we are dating, we talk when you are 30 years plus. So I was like, I can't even talk this. Let me start with my sister, go to my brother. So what I did after I actually talked to him days after and told him I will, okay, on that day I told him nitakuambia story ya. So the other day we meet, he came to me, told me, I want to get married to you. I want to get married. Please tell me your decision.
Sikuwa na zile ati
kuna mambo ya romance, ati unapiga magoti, twende tukienda, you know, twende tukienda. So I was like, alafu na mimi sikuwa na ile expectation ya band, what? I wasn't for that. I was so shocked. Hii mambo ya marriage. At some point I thought alikuwa ananipeleka mbio. But the Holy Spirit in me haniambii niongee nimwambie you're taking things too fast. I just kept it to myself. Na nikasema let things flow. Then that day I told him, okay, we can continue. We can get married. We can live together. Yes, let's get married. But in my heart, if he could have cut my heart and seen the questions I have for myself, I just let God aendelee kunisaidia.